Hello YouTube friends, this is Cheyenne5, and I don't know how well this video is going to do, but I have a scrapbook here that I want to share with y'all and show y'all. This is a scrapbook that I started years and years ago, way back, when we lived in Mississippi. My girls was still much younger, going to school. And I'm making this scrapbook for my mom. It is hers and her mama's old black and white photos. And I have been doing it generation-wise. So I began at the first generation, which is 5 generations back. And I've come up with it, using what pictures she had. Alright, after I have completed all of that, I still have pictures left over. A lot of them are the exact same copies of some of the ones I've already used in here. Then some more of them are of the same people that I've already used in here, but it was too many and I didn't want to use all of them, in the generation line down. So I saved them to put in at the end as extras. And that's what we plan on doing with that. And then there is a few photos in there that, of course, I don't know who they are. And I have showed them to my mom and asked her. She knows that I've been working on this scrapbook because I've had to have her help me. Back when I first started it and I lived in Mississippi, she lived in Mississippi too, close by. And I would go to her house and I would take it and I would work on it at her house because she needed to see the photos and she needed... most of them I knew because, of course, they're my kinfolks and aunts and uncles and cousins and such. But some of them that I did not know, that I had never met, of course, years ago, she had to tell me who they were. And I asked her a little bit about the pictures so that I could journal in there about that picture and them people and everything. So I've done that, and since I've moved here and she's moved to Wyoming and we can't get together anymore, we Skype each other. And I show her pictures and she tells me who they are and tells me about them and stuff like that. Well, so there's a few in there that she don't know who they were. Because like I said, these were not just her pictures. Some of them was also her mama's, my grandmother's. Now, if she was still living and we could ask her and show her the pictures, she would know who they were and would be able to tell us. But she is no longer with us anymore, bless her heart. And so anyways, there is a few that we don't know who they are, but I have come to the point. I've been working on this for so long, so many years, and I'm at a point where I don't really know what else to do. And back when I started it, my sister, Rebecca JB, here on YouTube, was not scrapbooking and was not crafting. Well, now she is. So I have asked her to help me to finish the book. So the empty pages and the pages that I want her to add stuff to that I've already fixed, I'm sending to her. They're not even in this book right now because I've took them out and I've got them all together, sending them to her for her to work on. To hurry up, and she does more and she works faster and gets more done than I do. I'm at the point where I work on it a little bit and I get bored and I have to stop and do something else. Well, that's not getting me anywhere very fast. And we want to hurry up and get it finished so that we can send it to my mom and give it to her finally and let her have it so she can sit back and enjoy looking at it and reading the journaling on all the pictures. So my sister has agreed to help me, so I've got that all together. I'm going to send it to her and she's going to work on the rest of it and try to help me get it finished up so that we can do that. But I wanted to share this with y'all. I don't know how this is going to work out. This is a very big album, 12 by 12, and I'm kind of wanting y'all to see. I'm trying to figure out here how to turn it. So this is the beginning of it. I know y'all see this little square here. Y'all can't see what it says, but I'm going to read it to you. It says, Nancy Caroline Dillmore Walker's, that's my grandmother, and Lena Lois Walker Spikes' old black and white photos. Okay, now this right here is blank. It says family record of, and you're supposed to write the name here. You're supposed to cut little pictures. Let me get my hand. I know y'all seen that over here. Y'all can't see all of it unless I do this right here maybe. And you're supposed to put little pictures in it and then write the names of who they are. I have not done that yet. And I don't even know if I have pictures that I can put in there. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I may end up taking that out and not using it, save it for something else later. I don't know. We'll see. And this one here is another one. It says pedigree chart. Now I can fill that out for my mom because I have done our family tree on both my mom and my dad's side. So I have all of this information that I can fill in for her. That way she'll have it and can read it. This is a family group record, so I can fill that in for her. I just don't know about the little pictures for the little slots for that, and that's just the back side of that. Okay, now this is where it starts the album. Now, because this is a vintage album, you know, old black and white pictures, at least way back years ago when I started, this was the pages and how they did the books. I went through, I had a creative memories party, and this is where I got the book from and these type pages from. So they're black pages. Let me see if I can tilt this up a little bit. I'm not going to go through everything and read everything to y'all because it would take too long. It is a thick book. But I've got here First Generation. And this is a dark picture. You can't really tell it, but it's an old man and an old lady. And this is my great-grandpa and my great-grandma. This is my mama's daddy and mama. So I will read this. It says, Grandpa Joe and Grandma Rebecca Kennedy Dillmore, my great-grandparents on mom's side. Okay, this picture here, this old lady, is this lady here. Okay, and I'm going to read this. This is her granddaughter. This is Rebecca Kennedy Dillmore, the mother of all the children on the next pages. Her granddaughter, Pauline Parrott Brazil, or Bazil, I may not have it spelled right, Brazil I think it is with her. Pauline's mother, Annie, died young, so her granny, which is her, raised her. Rebecca is half Blackfoot Indian. She always wore a hat. Okay, now you turn the page. Now this is all of Rebecca's and Joe's children. Okay, Aunt Susie Dillmore Lee, Aunt Etta Dillmore Canoy, Nancy Caroline Dillmore Walker. This is my grandmother, my mama's mama. She's holding my Uncle JC, her first child. Now these two ladies here. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. See, y'all didn't see that very good. I need to tilt it a little bit more. This was the Aunt Susie Dillmore Lee, Aunt Etta Dillmore Canoy. She's with her husband there. And then this was my grandmother. Okay, now this here is, they're twins. It is, this is the fourth and fifth sisters. They are twins from left to right. Aunt Beulah Dillmore Gregory, Aunt Beulah Dillmore Gregory, and Aunt Lula Dillmore Hosey. That was their married names. They married into. Okay, this one right here is the sixth sister, Aunt Annie Dillmore Parrott. Now, she's the mother of Pauline. She's actually holding Pauline, and she's the one that died young. So her mama, this lady over here, had to, right here, raise Pauline. So that's that. Okay, the 7th child was a son, the only boy. They called him E. We don't remember his name. His sister Ola is in the photo with him, and Ola is over here. So see, that's like one of the things. Now, my grandmother may have remembered his name undoubtedly because that was her child, but my mama, no, it was her brother. I'm sorry. So she may have remembered his name, but may not. They called him E. So my mama called him Uncle E. So that's all they knew him as. You know, so things like that happen. Alright, this is the last child. I think it's the last child. Yeah, because it starts back over again. This is the 8th child, the baby, Aunt Ola Dillmore Floyd. And she's right here in the picture with Uncle E. And, okay, so to carry on, because this is going to be a long video as it is. So this is some of the same people. It's just more pictures of them that I have put in here, and I've wrote little stories about them. Aunt Susie is here. Sorry, I'm out of view again. I need to pay attention. Okay, now this here, left to right, Aunt Etta. This is over here. I don't know why I didn't write something about that. That's my grandmother there, and my Uncle JC. But this one here, left to right, Aunt Etta is over here, and Aunt Susie is here. Alright, these are all of Aunt Etta at different ages. So all of these are pictures of Aunt Etta. Okay, now this here is a funny story. If this is the one, let me make sure it is. And so I'm going to read it to y'all because I like it. Yeah, okay, I was making sure. Alright, it's about Aunt Etta, okay? The photo at far right, which I guess is right here. Aunt Etta is at Mole Walker's house. That's my grandmother, my mama's mama. On Sunset in Collins, Mississippi. It was not long before she died. She was staying with them. My mama, Lois, and Aunt Jackie, which was her sister, my aunt. They were little bitty girls. Mole Walker's girls loved to tease Aunt Etta. So one night, Aunt Jackie, they were in the bed together with her. You know, I didn't write all that down in the story. So they were going to sleep with Aunt Etta that night. Alright, so Aunt Jackie slid down off the bed. She was going to crawl around the bed, you know, on the floor, and scare Aunt Etta. But Aunt Etta saw out of the corner of her eyes, saw her get off the bed out of the corner of her eyes, and slipped down on the floor. And they were all church-going people, you know. So she told Aunt Jackie, honey, pray for me while you're praying. She thought Aunt Jackie had slipped down on her knees by the bed to pray, to say her night prayer. So she told her that. And Aunt Jackie started giggling, because that's not what she had in mind. She was going to crawl around the other side and scare Aunt Etta. And so now after Aunt Etta said that, she couldn't do it. She just giggled. Aunt Etta thought Aunt Jackie was getting on her knees to pray, but she was going to scare her. So I thought that was a cute little funny story, and I wanted to, you know, tell y'all about it. Okay, I'm going to try to hurry up along here. Okay, this is my Mama Walker here. And this was a picture of one of her old boyfriends that she has. And I've wrote here, Mama Walker's first beau, Eddie Gregory. She kept his photo all these years for some reason. So anyway, now that's not my grandpa. That's not who she married and had all these kids by. This was just her first boyfriend. But she kept his picture. So I included it in there and I wrote that about it. I thought that was neat. Okay, so this is my grandmother, and she's holding my cousin Billy Ray. And this is my grandmother here. You can't see it very good. She's standing by a tree. Now this is my grandpa, her husband that she actually married. And this is JC, my uncle, their first child. And then this is a picture, and it was tore. But that's like the whole family. This is my grandmother. This is my grandpa. And then this starts the kids. This is my mama here. And no, it ain't. That's Irene. My mama's right here. And that's Bunk. And this is Aunt Jackie. And this was Farrell and Babe, I think. And I think JC was over here on this side of Momo. And then this is another picture group. They would always meet in town and take a family group picture in front of some building in town or a store or something. Alright, then this is my grandpa. This is my grandpa and one of his friends and his friend's son. This here is my grandpa. And I know you can't see it good. This is their house and their front porch. This is my grandma. She's leaning against the post. Okay, sitting on the porch is my mama. And then my Aunt Irene was half cut off, standing right here. You can see her shadow on the ground. Okay, and then this is my grandpa, my grandma, and my uncle, one of their sons, Uncle Bunk. Alright. I'm just, like I said, I'm going to try to hurry up. This is still more pictures. My grandma, and this is my daddy and my two sisters when they were little. Grandma, grandpa, grandma, and, you know, birthday parties, her grandkids, different of my cousins, and just, you know, I'm trying to speed up. This is my sisters, my daddy and my sisters with my grandma. And back then, you know, the scrapbooking and, you know, the stuff, the decorations and all was different from the way it is now. This is my grandpa's sister, my grandpa and grandma, grandma, grandpa and family members. This is some of my mama's sisters. And, like I said, I'm just trying to speed along, and more of her sisters. Okay. So, let me go back, because I forgot to, I wanted to point this out. I remember pointing one of them out to you, but I didn't really point the other one out, I don't think, or I don't recall it. Yeah, I told you, first generation for these. Okay, when I turned the page, I should have pointed out that it was the second generation, because it was her kids. Now, over here, this is the third generation, which I have started with my mama's kids. So this is my mama's brothers and sisters and her in the order that they were born in. So the third generation, my Uncle JC at first. He was the firstborn. I am not doing this right or good, am I? Alright, still Uncle JC and his family. Alright, the second child was Uncle Farrell. Okay. Uncle Farrell and his family. Okay, this is still Uncle Farrell and his family. Alright. Now, the next child was, let's see if it tells. Let's see. I'm sure Uncle Babe is the third child. Okay, Uncle Babe, the third child. Uncle Babe, his family. Okay, the fourth child is Aunt Irene. Aunt Irene. I wonder if it would do better if I laid it down, because that's how I first started off trying to do it. You know, y'all can't nothing tilt it. But then there's a glare on it. So anyway, this is the fifth child, Uncle Bunk. Uncle Bunk, there's a glare. Oh, I wish there was an easier way to do this. People, I need a camera. Y'all want to donate some money to me so I can get a camera and not have to use my webcam? This is hard. I can't do like I want to and like all of y'all get to do. I'm sorry. Aggravating. Okay, Uncle Bunk. Alright, the sixth child was my mama. So this is my mother, and there was a lot of pictures of my mother. my mother, my mother, my mother, my mother. Okay. My mother, my mother. I told y'all there's a lot of pictures of my mother. Okay. Seventh child, Aunt Jackie. Aunt Jackie. Alright, Aunt Jackie. Aunt Jackie, family members. Okay, Aunt Jackie, Aunt Jackie. Alright, and I know, like I said, I'm going through this fast because now this is where the decoration starts getting what I consider more modernized. The decorations, the papers, you know, the scrapbooking part, embellishments and stuff. Now this is cousins. I do not know why I did the book like this. I should have stuck it in order with, but I think what it was, I think I got confused and I didn't have my pictures organized right. And two, working on it so many years through the year and, you know, working on it a while and then not working on it a while and then going back to it, working on it a while and then not working on it a while, working on it a while, not working on it a while, you know, like that. It messes you up. But I should have continued on and it should have kept being generations. These cousins here, some of them should have actually been before my mama's brothers and sisters, you know, to do the generation thing right in order. But this is the cousins. My mama and her brothers and sisters' cousins. Okay? And it's still that. Okay. Still cousins. Alright, well, still cousins. Now we get to the fourth generation, which is like my mama's children, so me and my sisters will be in here. My mama's brothers and sisters' kids. And like Uncle JC was the first of her brothers, you know, that was born. So it's going to be his kids first. And so on like that. And then their kids will be in the order that they were born. But I'm not going to go through all that. This is just the fourth generation. Uncle JC's kids. Uncle JC's kids. Uncle JC's kids. And like I said, you can see and notice how the paper's different, the decorations, it starts to be a little bit more and a little bit better, not just blank pages and all of that. But some of them are still blank pages too. Alright, this is Uncle Farrell's kids. Okay. Then this is still Uncle Farrell's kids. Now this is Uncle Babe's kids. Alright. Uncle Babe's kids. Now this is Aunt Irene's kids. Aunt Irene's kids. This is Uncle Bunk's kids. What is happening? Oh no. Okay. Alright, so this was Uncle Bunk's kids. And then this is the one that starts my mama's kids. This is my oldest sister. All three of these is Charlotte, my oldest sister, the one my mama lives with in Wyoming. And I think this page really needs a little more added to it. Like I said, I started not really knowing what to do. Even some of these probably really needs a little more added to them. I don't really know. But I'm just going to leave them. And from here on out, the rest of them, which continues my mom's kids, I've got fixed up to send to my sister. And she's going to, I'll show them to you though. Let me lay this down because the rest of this don't have nothing else in it. And they're just right here. I've got this fixed up with all of the papers and stickers and embellishments and things that I've been using on solely just this book. I'm not sending the book to Becky or Becca, the Becca JB. I'm just sending her this stuff to use, and then I'm sending her the rest of these pages to work on. And I've tied them together. They have the little metal loop. That's how they go in the picture album. So this continues my mom's children. So this is still her firstborn child, Charlotte. And you can see what I've done with it here, but it needs more. So that's what the Becca JB is going to do. She's going to add more to that. Okay, there's the rest of Charlotte. Then this is the second child. Come on now, stand up. Becky, the Becca JB. Okay, this is more of Becca. More of Becca. And she's got to add more things to these pictures to finish them up and make them look a little better. Now, here starts me. So this is me as a baby. And I'm going to read this to you right here. I'm the third child, the last born. It says, Mama said this dress I'm wearing was my favorite, that I would cry till she put it on me when she dressed me in something else. Now, how I knew that, I don't know, but I'll go with it. I'll take it. I like it. And I kept that dress. Now I don't know where it's at. It may still be packed up in some of my stuff. But for the longest, because of that reason, I kept that little dress. I played with it and put it on my baby dolls. I'm sure I dressed my dog Tassie in it. I've told y'all that story before, I think. This is Tassie right here, the little dog that I would dress up. Both my girls, Elizabeth and Katie both, wore that little dress because I saved it and I let them wear it. And I've kept it all these years. Up until now, I do not know where it's at. I hope I have not lost it. I hope I still have it. And that it's still packed up in some of my stuff out in the trailer out there. But this is also me. I hope this don't tear up. And I want Becca to add more to these also if she thinks it needs more. Come on, pages, do right. This is Becca. And she's holding me in her lap. I really would like for y'all to see that. Let me see if I can get it closer. I don't know if you can tell because there's a glare. You can see her, but you can't see the baby she's holding, which is me. Let me see. Anyway. So, that's me. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can turn the page. There's more of me. We was at a zoo here. This is my daddy helping me stand up and walk. That's a lizard. This is a bunch of me. Now this is Becca. She's holding Tassie. And I'm sitting beside her. This is me and my Momo Walker. I was from the ages 7 to 11 here. So I don't know which age I was exactly. Okay, then that's the end of my mama's kids. So then I did Aunt Jackie's kids. Well, I did her husband's. You know, their daddies. This is the daddy to this boy. This is the daddy to this boy. And then this is him with the kids. And then this here is some of my other cousins. But see, this is all the black and white pictures that Mama and Ma had of the grandkids, you know. So this is the 5th generation. That was the 4th generation still. This starts the 5th generation, and there was only 3 black and white pictures of the 5th generation. So this child is Mary, which is Ruby's girl, and Ruby was Uncle Farrell's daughter, and Uncle Farrell was my mama's brother. Okay, this here is Billy Ray Jr., which was Billy Ray's son, and Billy Ray was Uncle Babe's son. Uncle Babe was my mama's brother. This here, this is special. You know how everybody has a kissing cousin? This was my kissing cousin, y'all. Bo. His dad is Jimmy Dale. And Jimmy Dale's the son of Aunt Reen, and Aunt Reen was my mama's sister. So that's the 5th generation. That's as far as I've got. Y'all see what it looks like. Becca's going to add to those. And then I'm sending her the rest of the pictures. She's going to fill these last pages up with them. And decorate them up. And send it back, and I'm going to put it back in the book, and I'll show y'all the rest of what she's done after I get it back, and then we're going to send it to Mama and give it to her. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. And I know it's a long video, and I'm sorry about that, but it was a big book, a lot of pages, and I just had to read y'all some of the cute stories and stuff in it. So, leave your comments below. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. And toodaloo till next time.